Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Terrence. So today we're going to be talking about how can you be the value entering into a relationship or in any facet of life, right? There was a question posed in one of the uh, little podcast live things I had attended, and it was something along the lines of how can. So the context of it was more so like, hey, if we don't have experience in relationships, how do we go about learning from the relationship without hurting the other person? And I was hearing answers like it takes experience. I was hearing answers like, um, sometimes you just got to go through to get the experience and so on and so forth. But it gets a little deeper than that, right? There's another level to it. And I think that level that goes a little deeper taps on something, um, a very crucial element. And obviously, if you guys have been watching my videos, right, a lot of it has to do with unpacking some things that are within self. Well, in this instance, right, in order to come as the value, being authentic to self first is necessary. So, what does that look like, right? If there's any deception or fear that's spoken, right, and the other person leans on that, well, then the experience or observation you're having is no longer yours, right? It's literally observing you because you have no idea of what. Zane, I'm in a video, son. Give me it. Because you have no idea what could possibly come about. Um, Now you're controlling the environment to the best of your ability, by coming as a fake self, right? But what life is really being experienced? What are you really learning? The blessing of life is truth. And that truth reveals to you, to self, right? Whether you're operating accurately or not. These life lessons typically come about when a lot of time is spent with self, not focusing on the external world. I'm peeling this orange here, so I apologize. Um, right? Focusing on the external world. So experience is absolutely necessary. Experience is absolutely necessary, but at the latter, right? The latter stages, not at the very beginning, right? In the very beginning, I think that it's very important to really learn self first, because if we go out and we're addressing everything from a deceptive place or a hole or whatever it may be, then those attributes are going to bond with the other person, hence trauma bonding, right? And likewise, if you are right, then you're able to hold the ability and truth to yourself, whether it's worth going into a relationship with that person or not, right? So let's take that a little bit deeper. Is it necessary to jump into a relationship with this person? Well, the only way, right, you or I or anybody could really answer that question is if you're completely 100 with yourself, right? Being completely 100 with yourself, not saying things just to please another person, not going through life trying to put on a facade or an image to make yourself look better than you are, right? Because we all have issues to some extent, right? We all have little things about us, I guess, that somebody else may or may not like. But either way, going into that, and proposing yourself in a light that's authentic to you, that gives them the ability to say, you know what, hey, I'm not going to do this, or act how they act and just dip, right? Like whatever, makes no difference. And there's also a level of confidence that comes along with the authenticity of self. It doesn't matter what they do, um, or how they act, right? Because you're settled within you. You're settled with your truth. You're okay with who you are, right? And I learned this from some old heads. I really never learned it growing up through life from self observation. I got this from some old heads, right? Just people within in my circle, right? But then when I really started applying it, when I really started sitting down and really started going deeper into myself, what I started noticing is some people will slowly remove themselves from your life, or some people will stick around, right? And uh uh we all make mistakes in life, right? And that's okay. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. And the people that stick around through your mistakes are the people that are meant to be there, right? All of that is cool. Just be you, man. Girl, woman, boy, whatever, right? Just be you all the way around. I mean, you might step into an arena and be completely out of your element, but if you're there being you, right? Even if somebody doesn't like what you have to say, or even if what you say is contrary to their belief, right? They can choose to respect it or not, but it's your truth. It's your truth, right? And from you speaking that truth or acting that truth out into the world, you'll get feedback, right? It's limitless possibility in what could occur, right? Because each of us have that same attribute about ourselves where we'll respond or react to a certain situation given the whatever circumstance, right? But at the end of the day, it's not seated in manipulation from fear, deceit, right? A lack of self love. All right. I love you. We go.